Do you recognize this song? I'm guessing you probably know this as the theme to the Austin Powers films. That's where I first heard it. But do you know who wrote this song? It's Quincy Jones. I'm Darra Starr Tucker, and this is The Breakdown. Quincy Jones has worn a lot of hats over the years. He's a record producer, a composer, arranger, and a film and TV producer. But did you know he got his start as a jazz trumpeter and pianist? You'll hear a lot of jazz influences in his early music, like that Austin Powers theme. It's actually called Soul Bossa Nova, and he wrote it all the way back in 1962. He's one of those rare musicians that's somehow been able to tap into the cultural zeitgeist, no matter the decade. Quincy Jones got started playing and arranging for jazz orchestras all the way back in the 1950s. In the 60s, he was the head of Mercury Records, and he started writing scores for a bunch of movies. He also did orchestral arrangements for jazz singers like Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, and Peggy Lee. He did lots of arranging for Count Basie and Frank Sinatra, too. And he still somehow found time to produce this. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. And this. For Leslie Gore. But he was really just getting started. Here's something Quincy Jones wrote in the 70s that you may recognize. Then he produced this soundtrack in 1978. And this album in 1979. And in 1982, he hit the Motherlode. The best-selling album in the history of music. Now, anyone else would have coasted on their laurels for the next 40 years, but nope. In 1985, he produced and scored this. He discovered Oprah Winfrey and put her in the film when she was just a local talk show host in Chicago. That same year, he used his influence in the music industry to arrange for a bunch of singers to get together after the American Music Awards to record this. To raise money for victims of famine in Ethiopia. And he also produced this in 1987. But do you think he was done? Absolutely not. In 1990, he formed Quincy Jones Entertainment and produced this show. Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. And yep, he composed the music for the theme song too. At 88 years old, Quincy Jones is still supporting new talent and receiving all sorts of awards and honors. He got to start as a jazz musician, and that sensibility can be felt throughout his body of work. My name is Darra Tucker, and I put out an album this year of social justice music called Dreams of Waking. You can find it at the link in my bio. Flowing.